Hello boss babes and bosses out there. So in this video, it's a little bit different sa usual videos na ina-upload ko. It's a work vlog. A work vlog is I will just walk you through kung ano yung ginagawa ko as a freelancer. Everything is about work. Yeah, basically always na ako makikita na nasa harap lang ko ng, actually here's my laptop here and ilagay ko siya dito so that while I'm working, I can explain to you what I'm doing and para saan to na client and ano yung ginagawa ko sa client na yun. So if you like that kind of vlog, then keep on watching. Din kung ano talaga yung mga ginagawa ko for my clients, I would like to give a background first. But by the way, I'm so sorry if I look so gross kasi katatapos ko lang mag-workout and I'm just waiting to parang calm down muna bago ako maligo. Maliligo po tayo, huwag po tayo mag-alala. Maliligo po tayo ngayon. And yeah, I'm just going to give you a brief parang introduction kung ano yung mangyayari sa araw na to, ano yung i-work natin. So basically, hindi talaga ako everyday nag-workout. It's just that it happens na Monday ngayon. Last week, hindi ko na kuha talaga yung promise ko for myself na every Monday is a gym day. Kasi nagkasakit yung kita niyo. And so by Sunday and Monday, nagka-fever ako. That time, wala akong sipon, wala akong ubo. But nung hindi na ako nagka-fever, so dun pa ako nagkaroon ng ubo at saka sipon. So for the whole week talaga, hindi talaga ako good physically. Ang goal naman is to get active. Hindi naman talaga going to gym. So you can just do your workout dito sa bahay. Everyday talaga, tinatry ko na mag-check-in kay Sas. Sas is someone who really helps me in all the things that I need to do when it comes to my business. So, sinasanda niya ako ng mga tasks na hindi ko gawin, mapa-personal man na sinabi ko sa kanya, Sas, can you please remind me about this and that? Sinasend niya yan every morning, 8 a.m. sa akin, and then I will just go through kung ano yung need ko talaga gawin. I have 3 waves of work every day. Every morning, that's 1 wave. Diyan ko ginagawa yung mga simple task lang, yung mga 15 minutes, mga work lang for my clients or for the Boss sa PH or for my YouTube channel. Yung parang real work ko na talaga mangyayari yan siya after lunch, after ako mag-siesta, tapos after lunch and evening. So, yan. But, you know, mag-iiba-iba talaga yung schedule ko. Kasi sometimes, mas prefer ko mag-work ng real work sa morning. Especially if maaga ako nagising. But right now, I cannot do that kasi nag-workout ako and it's already 10 a.m. So, yung mga gagawin na lang natin is yung mga simple task before ako mag-lunch. And then after lunch, I will take a nap and then go to work na naman. I checked my email kanina. So, meron tayong replyan. Nag-ask siya about a puzzle feed design. Kung ano daw yung mga gawa natin sa puzzle feed design. Gusto niyo daw makita. So, ito yung screenshot na yon. And then, actually, while I'm working out, nagka-converse na kami back and forth ni client. And she's now preparing the brand kit for that kasi ibibigay niya sa atin para gawa natin ng design ng puzzle feed yung business niya. But wala pa siyang binigay na contract sa akin. So, I'm not really sure if that will really push through. I'm just waiting for the further update ng client. So, that's that. And then, I also got a message from my per project client. By the way, meron tayong 2 daily client that we will need to attend for today and then my 2 per project. When I say per project, ito sila yung mga clients na kumukontak lang sa atin kung merong ipapagawa. So, hindi kanya babayaran kung wala siyang ipapagawa. Kung meron siyang ipapagawa, saka kanya babayaran. So, that's what I mean by that. Ito try ko na explain mamaya kung ano yung mga ginagawa ko for them. Hopefully, talaga you can get a glimpse kung ano yung ginagawa ng full-time freelancer. Is experience ko lang to. I cannot really say kung ano yung mga ganap din sa ibang full-time freelancers. But ito yung mga ginagawa ko almost every day. So right now, I'm currently writing down all the things that we need to do for today. So actually, ang dami pala. May matatanggal dito and then meron ding dadagdag as we go on. But for now, I would like you to see the monthly boss up planner ko for January. Makikita mo talaga na nag-iba talaga yung schedule ko from last week up until today kasi nga meron akong maraming na delay ng mga tasks na need ko gawin but then hindi ko nagawa kasi nga nagkasakit ako. So here's my January planner. So ito yung last time na ginawa natin. And as you can see, dapat yung video up natin is ng 16 at saka 20. But instead, nangyari lang siya 16 at saka 23. So supposedly, meron tayong video upload for today. Na-change yung schedule natin. And then another one for 28. So, again, hindi na natin to magagawa tong gym. But maybe, baka, this 31. But I did update it here. So, ito yung ginawa natin. Ito, 16, hindi ako naka-upload dyan. So, nilagyan ko ng super sick. Tapos, nagpa-check up ako. This is Monday. The first row is Monday. Still sick, but feeling better. Sick. I did a little bit of work. But ito yung mga stars, hindi ko talaga ma-feel na productive ako. So, again, red siya. Kasi hindi ko talaga nagawa yan. Sick, a little bit of work. And then, feeling good na, better. Nag-full work na ako by Friday, Saturday, and this one is Sunday here. So I did also a quick workout just to prep my body for Monday's gym. But then today hindi ako nag-gym kasi nga yun yung sabi ko na I don't want to risk my health again kasi kakabalik ko lang sa normal state ko talaga and I have a lot of things that I need to do. So by 26, meron tayong live na video and hopefully by 31 as well. So yeah, let's see kung ano yung mangyayari. Kung makaka-upload ba talaga tayo ng 5 videos for this month. But yeah, that's that. So if you want to grab a monthly boss up kit, you can still grab that. Message nyo lang ang Facebook page namin and then ask for the monthly boss up kit so that you can also track your productivity and ano yung mga ganap mo for the whole month. And we will be sending you monthly yung productivity tracker and then yung monthly review. And as well as the calendar template for desktop and wallpaper. Feel free to ask that sa Facebook page natin. I'm already good na, so I'm just gonna take my shower and I will get back to you. So, natapos na akong kumain, tapos nag-nap na din ako. So, it's around 1:39 p.m. right now. And I'm gonna start my real work na talaga. So now, papakita ko sa inyo yung to-do list natin. Yeah, let's start our work wave now. So, ito yung task natin for today. Ang unahin ko, ito munang print BAR kasi it should be done before 3 p.m. And then, I'm already done checking in with Assess. So, this is already good na. Tapos, after, we'll do this. Ito yung first daily client natin na gagawin. So, may emails and then podcast live. And then, itong last one is checking all the socials. So, yeah, let's do that. So, for this VIR thing, I'm done for this one. So, now, let's go here sa first client work natin. Just a little bit background lang for this client. I'm working with this client for, I guess, 5 years already. Ang work ko sa kanya is more on managing lang the overall sa business niya. Like, for example, meron siyang podcast, pero hindi talaga ako yung gumagawa ng podcast. Tinutulungan ko siyang kumuha ng mga guest sa podcast niya kasi meron siyang own small team for the podcast and meron din siyang own small team for the social media niya na nag-handle sa social media niya. So, I'm just parang overlooking lang sa mga ginagawa ng mga small teams niya. Ayun, since nagawa ko na yung mga previous tasks ko last week for this one, kasi hindi ako naka-work nung 4 days. So, ginawa ko siya Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, did you get what I mean? Like, need siya sana na daily ko gagawin. But then, if hindi siya kaya na daily, so pwede siya i-ano sa mga days na pwede ako makapag-work. What I like about this client is hindi siya nag-micromanage. So, as long as natapos ka talaga yung need ko gawin, as long as napapakita ko sa kanya yung progress ng business namin and the likes is good to go na siya. And if you are asking saan ko to siya nakita na client, sa Upwork ko siya nakita. And we are still also working under Upwork. So, hourly ko to siyang ginagawa. And then, for $10 per hour. Sa totoo lang, wala talaga ako masyadong ginagawa. Kasi I'm just overseeing lang, overlooking lang. Pretty simple task lang. More on communication lang talaga yung nasa end ko. To communicate with the team, yung tagagawa ng website niya, yung social media team niya, at saka yung podcast podcast team niya. Yung ganun, more on communication on my end and making sure that everything is correctly implemented, especially the social media team kasi nag-run din kami ng ads. I'm just making sure that the ads are working well, doing well. And then, yung campaigns din nila is nasa deadline, hihit yung mga quota and the likes. Yung ginagamit namin when it comes to communication, more on emails, and then kino-communicate ako ni client through Skype. Kung magtatawag kami, gusto niya na Skype or sometimes Zoom. It just depends. Mostly na ginagamit ko Airtable. If you still don't know what is Airtable and how you are going to use that, check this one out. And then, ano pa ba? Of course, Canva, and then check ko din yung YouTube niya. Mga simple software lang naman yung gamit ko sa kanya. And then, gumagamit din kami ng Kajabi sa course niya. So, I'm also checking that one from time to time. Ang podcast host niya is Podtize. So, yun yung mga chine-check ko from time to time. Ako din yung nagsischedule sa mga meetings niya. For example, meron siyang interview para sa podcast niya. Ako yung nagme-make sure na lahat ng mga details ng podcast guest niya is nakukuha namin before talaga yung interview kasi that's how he's going to introduce the guest. And then, make sure ko lang na nag-jive yung time nila together na pwede silang mag-call. And then, yeah, that's that. That's Google Drive. I think that's really pretty basic. Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Slides, yung mga ganun. Those are the things na parang I think normal na ginagamit if you are working with a client, no? Yun lang naman. So, done for this. Done. And the next thing that we're going to do is this work client number 3 kasi isa to sa mga dili ko talaga na kasi itong 2 at saka 4 per project lang. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na hindi talaga always kong client tong dalawang to. Nagko-contact lang yan sila pag merong task na gagawin. So, yeah, unahin natin tong daily. So, for this third client na itatakal natin, number 3, client number 3, ito siya yung always kong wino-work din every single day. Again, pwede to siyang i-work ng pang-isahan ha. Pero kasi, for me, it will really feel like a work pag inisahan ko yung need na gawin ko sa kanila. So, if I'm going to chunk it day by day lang, yung parang ilang hours lang for today, ilang hours naman tomorrow, yung mga ganun, bali hindi siya magiging feel like work sa akin. So, mas prefer ko na ganun compared to like, gagawin ko ito for just 3 days and then 8 hours every day. I don't like doing that. I prefer working on it day by day lang talaga and then maybe 2 hours per day for this client, 2 hours per day for this client, yung mga ganun. Ang gamit namin ng client niyan is Zendesk. So basically, I'm a social media engager for this client. Again, sa sinabi ko, yung social media engager is nag-solve lang talaga ng mga tickets and the current tickets that we are solving right now is the Twitter ticket. So lahat ng mga mag-tweet sa kanya, tayo yung mag-respond. And then, before, kasali yung YouTube, pero ngayon hindi na, Twitter na lang. So, that's good. Nabawasan yung task natin. Yun yung nakaganda pag part ka ng big company. Basta part ka kasi ng big company, yung task mo is specific lang talaga na ganun lang. Once kasi pag part ka ng mga startups pa na business, mga small businesses or medium businesses pa, most of the time yan, hakop mo lahat or marami kang task, kahit social media manager ka lang. Ikaw na din yung mag-Facebook ads, ikaw na din yung mga nagaganto and gaganyan. Pag nasa big company ka, specific talaga yung task for you. That's what I like about this client. Kasi malaki na siya na entrepreneur, yung client ko na to. So, yung specific task ko lang is just to solve tickets for Twitter. And that's it. Ayan, if you are asking saan ko to nakuha na client, sa lahat ng mga social media engager ko na work, sa Upwork ko lang sila talaga nakuha lahat. That's what we are going to do now. But wait, before I'm going to start with the task, message ko yung client ko na, yung client 4, message ko siya through Messenger. Kasi it's just really weird. Kasi nag-email siya sa akin na meron daw siyang ipapagawa sa akin. It's not normal. Kasi ang normal sa kanya, message siya ako directly sa Messenger. Ngayon, it's already hapon na, pero wala pa rin siyang task na binibigay. Na usually, nagme-message lang yan siya sa akin sa Messenger. Sasabihan niya ako na, hey, I've sent an email. Can you please help me with this? Blah, 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 blah. But no, wala talaga. So, I messaged him sa messenger and ask, hey, it's just really weird because you are emailing me instead of messaging me here, but I just want to make sure na you still need help pa. If yes, just push that on my email and then I'm gonna do that today. So, ayun, sabi niya, yes, naging busy lang siya sa family niya kasi may baby siya. It's just good. Mamaya daw isend niya. Tapos nag-ask siya ng house PH daw kasi nabalitaan niya yung bagyong Odette. So, ayun, more on chika-chika lang ng client. So, yan talaga yung parang normal. To be honest, it's more on chika-chika with the client. Kasi itong fourth client ko na to, matagal na din to, mga 6 years or 7 years working with me na. So, most of my clients talaga are mga long-term talaga sa akin, and I'm really up to long-term talaga. I always make sure that they are happy working with me, and I think that's also the main reason why they want to work with me, because I always make them feel special every time they will need me or something like, okay, I can do that, and then right away, boom. So, siguro na-appreciate yun nila na I'm doing my best in all the tasks or mga projects na pinapagawa nila sa akin. I'm just so happy to find clients like them. Pero, to be honest, marami talaga din akong mga clients na hindi long term. Like, mga pang ilang months lang, ilang years lang, hindi talaga umabot ng mga 5 years. Then, meron ding months lang, and then meron ding days lang. Days! So, yeah, pag nakakuha kayo ng client na super bait, super generous, maintindihin, and then hindi rude, take care of that client talaga. Yeah, I'm so happy to be working with them until driver ng food panda. Nag-order kasi ako ng food panda. I got this Biscoff milk tea. Ito, plastic. Wait lang. Natawa ako kasi si Manong food panda rider, hindi na siya tumawag sa akin at nag-ask kung saan daw ako banda. Kasi always talaga yan. Meron talaga tumatawag. Ngayon, hindi siya tumawag. Pero pag ganun ko, uy, may food panda na. Akala ko sa ibang door. Oh, sa akin pala yan. Kuya, tumawag ka ba? Or nag-text ka sa akin? Wala po, ma'am. Alam ko na po, nandito ko po i-deliver. Oh! Ganun ba? Ito yung pinaka-fave ko. Fries with bacon and super maraming cheese. So, that's why I love it. Actually, hindi lang to para sa akin ha. Baka kasi sabihin niyo na, grabe naman si Suy, ang daming in-order. So, this one is spaghetti with bacon and ham. This is for me and this is for my mom. This is the same spaghetti and egg sandwich, something. Oh my god. Let's work while eating lang. Hindi naman to masyadong need talaga ng brain cells. So, nagawa ko ngayon. This Biscoff milk tea with 50% sweetness. Masarap siya. You should try this one. Another sharing lang with this client of mine na ang ginagawa ko is social media engaging. Bale, nag-resolve lang ako ng mga tickets under sa Twitter niya. Ano kasi ito siya? Big entrepreneur. Meron din siya mga podcast na interview siya ng mga bigatin din ng mga entrepreneurs, mga Hollywood actress, mga sports, and the likes. If you are following me on my Instagram account, you probably know this person. What I like about working with this client is that namo-motivate din ako every time I work sa work niya. Kasi nababasa ko yung mga quotes niya, mga motivations niya. And then nakikita ko doon yung mga progress din ng mga followers niya na they are really trying to live their best life for greatness, yung mga ganun. Binabasa ko din yung mga books niya. Nag-listen ako sa mga podcast niya. Meron kaming parang exclusive access sa lahat ng mga work ng client ko. Aside from working, meron ka ding maraming matutunan for your self-development as long as you also apply that for yourself. So, we are almost done now with my third client. Pang-dalawa natin siya na ginawa ngayon. Or nakalagay siya sa list ko as third client. So, ayun, tapusin ko na lang to. Tapos, I'm gonna take a break. Maybe I'll take a nap na naman. So, I think I'm gonna do that after this. And then, I'll get back to you once we will go to our third wave of work. So far, so good. So, eto, tapos na to. Client 3. We're trying to do now the client 2 and client 4 for the third wave.
Hello, cutie pie. Hello. Hi, hi.
So, dito lang siya. So, for the third wave of work na gagawin natin ngayon, ito yung gagawin natin yung dalawang per projects ko. So, yung client 2 and saka client 4. But when I'm checking my email, unfortunately, hindi pa nag-send ng trabaho or ng task si client 4. So, I'm not sure if we are going to do that today. Kung hindi man, I'm just gonna explain to you kung ano yung always na ginagawa ko sa client na yon. So, that client is a web developer, and then we are currently managing more than 150 WordPress sites. So, kung merong mga updates doon from the 150 WordPress sites, so ako yung pinapagawa niya. So, sinisend niya lang all the details na need na ma-update from that site. I'm the one who's doing that. If you are asking saan ko nakuha yung na client, sa Upwork din. Most of my projects right now are really from Upwork or from LinkedIn or mga client referrals. Siguro, I'm gonna do the client 2 na lang since walang task pa na binigay si client 4. That's what I'm currently doing right now kasi mas madali yun siya matapos compared nitong client 2. This client 2 is a little bit of work talaga. So, for the client 2 kasi, per project din siya. I'm so sorry if you can hear. Kung hindi, aso, yung marinig nyo, cat. For to be honest, wala talaga kaming alaga. As much as I want to have an alaga, especially dog, gusto ko talaga magkaroon ng dog. Hindi siya pwede sa akin kasi always ako nagkaka-asthma. So, yung sa second client natin na gagawin ngayon is bago ko pa lang to siya na onboard na client, and ang business niya is he's developing a new iPhone app. Yes, iPhone app. And tinutulungan ko siyang gumawa ng market research and competitive research sa app niya na gusto na i-build. So if you still don't know what is competitive research and market research, you can check these 2 videos here. So ayun yung ginagawa ko. I got that client sa Upwork. Main work ko talaga sa kanya is to do that. So I got that project for $22 per hour. Tinutulungan ko lang siya gumawa ng market research and competitive research para sa i-build niya na app. Actually, meron na siyang app. Hindi pa siya fully baked na app. It's habit tracker and fun style na app, which those mga apps ginagamit ko talaga. I would also like you guys to try it pag na fully launched na talaga siya. So, that is the thing that we're going to do now. And I'm not sure how many hours it would take me to do all the things na gusto niyang ipagawa sa akin. So, I need to review 6 recordings pa kasi 2 yung natapos ko na recordings. Basically, yung ginagawa siya, nagre-record lang siya sa phone niya. Nagsi-screen recording siya. Tapos, may flow siya na pinapakita sa akin. Ano yung mga magpa-pop up kung ganito yung i-click and the likes. Tapos, iti-take down notes ko. Tapos, magda-download din ako ng mga apps ng competitor niya. Tapos, I will also try to see kung ano yung kaibahan, magkano yung subscriptions, yearly, monthly, weekly, ano yung UI niya, so user interface, kung i-click ang button na to, ano yung lalabas. Dapat into details ka when you are working to this kind of project kasi even the change of color sa button, I have to detail it sa kanya na if I'm going to click this plan, ang button niya mag-change ng color or merong magpa-pop up na something ganito or merong design na parang lalabas na ganito, yung mga ganun. Basically, iba-iba talaga yung ginagawa ko sa mga each clients ko. That's why also, I super love my work because marami akong may experience, marami akong nag-work. So, ayun. So basically, this is my setup right now. Meron akong light dito kasi mag-outro pa ako nitong video na to. Another stand here. Diyan yung work ko. Air laps. Air laps. So, ayun lang. So, yeah, kumain lang ako. I did a quick break kasi kumain kami ng dinner ng mama ko. And then, ngayon, I'm back to work. It's actually part pa rin to sa third wave of work natin. But, tatapusin ko na lang to yung isang recording kasi meron akong wina-watch na recording. Basically, hindi ko pa talaga siya tapos lahat. So, I'm just gonna give an update sa client ko kung ano yung natapos ko at hindi pa. I will get back to this task tomorrow na lang. I'm gonna check again yung last client natin, fourth client of the day, and see kung meron siyang task. Wala. Wala siyang sinend. So, let's see tomorrow. So, yeah, with that being said, na wala na tayong gagawin, I'm going to end this vlog now. And hopefully you like this kind of vlog. I'm sharing to you what are the things that I'm working on, how I'm doing it for the whole day. Iba-iba yung client. Yeah, if you have any further questions when it comes to working from home, being a freelancer, or being a digital marketer, or a virtual assistant, something like that, feel free to comment it below so that we can create the content for you. And please, I would really love to know if you like this kind of content, like work vlog. I'm loving this kind of content na parang I'm just sharing with you all the things that I'm doing, no? But unfortunately, I cannot let you see one by one kung ano yung ginagawa ko sa client ko, especially my screen. It's because for the privacy, kasi meron kaming mga agreements na mga pinirmahan kung ano yung mga dapat ipakita or dapat maging public or yung mga ganon. So, I cannot take the risk. So, yeah, hindi ko na lang ipapakita. At least, I shared it with you kung ano yung mga tasks na ginagawa ko for that client. Please comment below if you like it so that we can create something like this again for next month or maybe sa coming mga vlogs natin. So, yeah, before I'm going to end this video, I would like to flex the works of my boss babes and bosses inside my group. Check this out. If you would like to join our Facebook group, just research I'm Ready to Boss Up by Britx, and don't forget to like our Facebook page and follow us on our Instagram accounts at Britx and at BossUpPH. So yeah, hope to see you guys on my next one. Bye!